The trip in from Moose Jaw this morning, Doug Reichel joins us. He's with Doug Reichel Wine Marketing Incorporated. And as you can probably guess, we're talking about wine and wine sampling this morning. It's great to have you on set this morning. I gotta say, this is probably one of the interviews I'm most excited about.
Great.
The appreciation for wine certainly has grown over the last little while, and a lot of wine lovers out there probably watching this morning, but it's intimidating. Not all of us are exactly certain on how to go about it.
Yeah, you're very right, Heather. It's a wonderful area of interest that's growing in the province. In fact, wine sales are outpacing beer and spirits in the province.
Wow.
And increasingly people are wanting to be involved in the world of wine. And it's not meant to be intimidating. It's not meant to be elitist. It's not meant to be something that only a few people do with a certain amount of training. It's really just about becoming a little bit more attentive to your senses. And never be intimidated by this.
And Doug, you have traveled around the world and you've selected some best wines and brought them back to Saskatchewan. So you really know your stuff, and you've brought two different types of wines on set for us this morning. Tell us about the ones you've brought and about your experience in sampling wines all over the world.
Yeah, I have the privilege of, that sounds a little more exotic than it probably is, Heather. Really.
I don't think so.
I don't travel that much. I do get around once or twice a year, but more exotic locations are moving between here and Saskatoon and Kindersley and Yorkton and Estevan, that sort of thing. But I have the privilege of finding wines from around the world, bringing them to the Saskatchewan buyers, and then having them available for people within the government and independent stores. So what I've selected for us this morning are two delightful wines that I'm very proud of. The Destinea Sauvignon Blanc from the birthplace of the Sauvignon Blanc grape in Loire Valley, France.
Wow.
And then the Melipal Malbec from Argentina. We happen to have the owner and designer of this label arriving in Saskatchewan this week, so I thought, well, let's enjoy. So, can we start with the Destinea?
Yes, please. Tell me what we need to do.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we've just selected a couple different styles of glasses. I use Riedel glasses that are made in Germany or Austria, and the only reason we do that is because we want to capture the aromas as effectively as we can. So, I'm pouring for you the Destinea Sauvignon Blanc 2011. And I had a wine teacher who said that 80% of a wine is in the nose. So, you know, that's where we start. First of all, enjoy the sight, enjoy what you see in the glass. And then, if you have a good glass, and that's why nice glasses are important, because it helps capture the aroma, just plant your nose in that glass. Yeah, just... So you get these wonderful citrus notes, these lovely sort of ripe citrus and touch of gooseberry, extremely pleasing on the nose. Once you've enjoyed the sight, you've enjoyed the nose, then put it in your palate.
Okay,
there
great.
You are. Yeah.
Very nice. Now I noticed you swished. I don't think that's the right term. But how come? Swirled. Why?
Yeah. Well, when you swirl wine, it helps release the aromas a little bit more.
Okay, great. So, well, that's really beautiful.
You know that you've been doing that a while when you walk into a restaurant, have a glass of water, and start doing this. You know that's a problem.
That's when you know you've been there, done that with this wine. So this is really nice, light.
Yeah, I love a good Sauvignon Blanc because it has a lovely crispness to it, a cleanness that refreshes the palate. Absolute winner with our trout or our northern pike. Anything from the sea or the lake. Goat cheese is just an absolute marriage.
Oh, that would be paired wonderfully with that. Now I see there's the bigger glasses here, and this is for the red wine.
Right, and this is for the red wine. And the reason generally you go with a larger glass for the red wines is because you do want to swirl or swish, and you want to release those aromas because they are a bit tight with the tannins of the red grape.
Okay.
And that just allows the aromas to release a little bit more. Now, what you have here, Heather, is a larger glass that allows you to do that. It allows more air in. You can get more specific with specific glasses for a specific style of wine, but generally speaking, with red glasses, you want a larger bowl. So, may I pour for you?
Yes, please.
This is the Melipal Malbec. This is all from a single vineyard in Argentina. The Malbec grape, all organically grown and hand harvested. Melipal. Melipal actually means Southern Cross in one of the native languages there. Just a delightful wine. In my humble opinion, it sets the standard for what a Malbec should taste like. Again, we enjoy the color there, a very dense look. We swirl it around, and again, just enjoy some of those aromas. Hints of coffee, certainly ripe berry, plum, that sort of thing,
and what's really nice, Doug, when you pay attention to it, you notice it. Once you start describing it, you notice that there is so much that goes along with a wine, aside from just a small smell of wine. You really get...
Absolutely. You just move over beer drinkers, you know, because, you know, God still loves the beer drinker, all right? But you need to know that this is where you start paying attention to things. And I think one of the reasons, Heather, why people are becoming more and more interested in the world of wine in Saskatchewan has to do with people becoming more and more attentive to the food they eat. You know, there was a time when we didn't mind a cheap, greasy burger. As we get older, we say, no, we want to pay attention to the ingredients in the food, the quality of the food. And in the same way, you start paying attention then to wine, and you want that great combination.
Absolutely. If somebody wants to learn more about you, Doug, how can they do so?
Well, they can talk to my wife. Go to our website, finewinesask.com, or carry our website on your mobile, fwsk.mobi. I'm sure you'll have that information up there, and that will give people food, wine ideas.
Fantastic. I am so looking forward to learning more with you. Hopefully we can do this again. I've got so many more questions for you when it comes to wine and swishing and all of that good stuff. So thank you, Doug, for coming on the show this morning.
Pleasure.
We certainly do appreciate it.